What's up, guys? We're back again with the #1 log bait deck to punish opponents. As soon as they make one misstep, even if they're one of the best players in the world, they'll immediately lose their tower. The ranked 38 player in the world is collecting barrels of wins with this bait deck. The pure power of 100% spam with wall breakers, goblin bro, and minion horde catches a lot of opponents off guard, netting this deck free wins. For most players, dropping a log on top of a goblin gang or a princess feels like a good play, getting a +1 elixir trade, and they'll often drop delivery or arrows on top of wall breakers so they don't take over 1,000 damage. And despite how good those defensive plays might seem, they create the dream for this bait deck. Because when you're barreling through with a minion horde and goblin barrel without your opponent having a small spell, they're dead. Instead of using buildings, you're gonna get built-in counter push with Evolved Barbarians and Goblin Gang every time. And if opponents overcommit into an Evolved Barbarians or minion horde, which they have to defend, and they don't have enough elixir, your spam will end the game too. It's time to evolve beyond bait's capabilities to force our opponents to play perfectly, or they'll be forced out of the game. Let's barrel into some matches, break down some towers, and assert dominance. Thanks to everyone that's supporting the channel with creator code SirTag to make all the daily videos possible. All right, we got a game against someone with the Santa banner. Bro, Santa is come and gone, but you're still here rocking Mr. Santa Claus. I'm gonna go Barbarians in the back first play, and just cycling that means that we get to the evolution and speedrun it. It's the best play to do with this deck, speedrunning with the Barbarians in the back and trying to win in single elixir with this deck as a priority. Because most people are not expecting wall breakers, princess with a minion horde. Minion horde is not a card that people are prepared for most of the time. So like for instance right now, when this guy goes in for the fly machine and it gets targeted by the tower first, we can go for wall breakers to go and pull back the recruits. And then we can spam viciously with the minion horde, because I think he's not going to have that much elixir, or he's not going to have the right card cycle to deal with this, because he just used his arrows. Maybe he's going to have fireball and arrows in the same deck. I hope not. Sometimes they do that. I'm going to go Zappies. Let's go Goblin Gang as well and add... no, we're just going to go Goblin Bro. I think that's fine. He's not going to defend that. He's just going to take damage. Oh, wait, he's got Barbell and arrows? No! Don't do this to me right now, Clash Royale. I don't want to match into someone with arrows and Barbell for our bait deck. How did this happen? Oh, it was so comfy for a sec. I was like, yo, we're going to get damaged. We're guaranteed. We're vibing. And now I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh, this is a nightmare. This is certifiably horrible. So I think we're just going to eat the damage, have the princess finish off the fly machine, wall breakers after. Miner here. He's going to drop a small spell on it probably. Arrows is nice. Let's go Goblin Barrel with the princess and the Goblin Barrel. We are 100% offense in this matchup. 3 spells. My man is cooking today. He is totally cooking. Wow, he has like no elixir though, so there is that. I think without the fireball, we want to go through our barbarians and see what we can do. Obviously, as I said before, you want to get all of your damage in single elixir at this deck if you're playing against someone that's going to end up having all spells, because they'll have elixir for all their spells later on. Right now, he doesn't have elixir for all of his spells, so he might not be able to defend even though he has all the counters he could possibly want. He misses the wall breakers. He's trying to pull the barbarians back. Wait, do we beat someone with fireball and barb barrel and arrows? No way. I mean, we're still in kind of a weird spot where I don't know if I can defend for the rest of the game, but I assume with Barbarians, as long as he doesn't get a pre-fireball on me, we should be fine. I am okay here. Dropping a miner in the back. We'll drop our Barbarians here on the right-hand side. No, screw it. Let's minion horde. It should be able to kill that fly machine before he arrows us. He will arrows eventually, but it's going to be fine. We're going to drop our Barbarians here. He's probably going to fireball them. He's going to go Royal Hogs, and then he's going to arrows on top of this. Let's go for a log, and then he's going to fireball, interestingly enough. We need to stop the recruit. If we can stop the recruit, we aren't going to plunge into a crazy town. We should be fine. Barbarians are filtering their way back. Fireball can't eliminate my Evolved Barbarians. Okay. He's going to probably pre-arrows here. We'll see. Should just pre-arrows the minion horde. He does do it. Let's go in for our goblins and our barbs at the river. We're just spamming everything on the left. I think we win this matchup, which is horrible. This was the worst matchup we could have gotten in Clash Royale. And if this deck can beat the worst matchup, wow, I think it can beat anything. The main way to win is spamming so much that even though the opponent has all the counters available to them, they can't afford the elixir. So that moment when our princess was punishing our opponent when they didn't have any elixir, we stacked up a ton of damage. And the Evolved Barbarians Goblin Gang Wall Breakers push is what totally sealed his fate. The crazy cost efficiency with these bait cards, especially in single elixir, allows you to beat any matchup. And after wrecking that triple spell warrior, we've pushed up to 1,300 in the world. I was also completely unaware that my cards were under leveled. I didn't level up my princess and my minion horde to level 15 yet. And now our minion horde, we gotta have even levels at higher ladder, otherwise it is miserable. Imagine playing against a top 200 player that hard counters you and then you have a level disadvantage. That's not gonna work out so well. Hey, we leveled up to level 68. I don't even know what that means anymore. There's way too many levels in this game. Yo, this guy's got the double swords banner. It's time to slash through his towers. First things first, we're gonna go for the goblin barrel. I generally prefer to go for wall breakers, but I didn't have that in my starting hand. Also, we're gonna force out a fireball, so let's go for a princess. +1 trade, let's see what we can get with our princess too. Nice, we get a mega minion from our opponent. So the cool thing is, mega minion is ridiculously slow. So we can go wall breakers, pull it back, and then force out extra elixir, because the weakened wall breaker is actually going to be behind the healthy one. So overall, he's going to take 2 wall breaker shots if he doesn't respond. Also, he's got zap as well with fireball, so I think we can just bombard him with a lot of extra elixir. It seems to me that we're probably playing against a Lava Hound Balloon deck. And in those type of matchups, it's nice to go in for barbarians on their barbarians when they don't have fireball in cycle, so you can get to the barbarian's evolution, so you can spam a lot of elixir and save your minion horde so they don't know that they're playing against it. So I'm going to go for probably a princess right into this, because it will lock onto the little prince and hit the tower. I think that's big brain. With our skillless spam strategy, we actually did something smart and forced out a fireball with really weak barbarians that he did not want to fireball. Now without him having that in cycle and only having zap, oh my gosh, he is about to feed the minion horde. He's going to zap right now, but he's going to lose to the wall breakers and minions. He can't defend this very well. It's going to be so hard for him to stop. Have to go in for Mega Minion and Tombstone and still possibly even take damage. Yeah, he's zapping. I think I should have waited for the Mega Minion to cross the river, and then I should have went Goblin Barrel, but it's fine. He'll get a couple nice Goblin shots. Lots of Goblin stabby stabs there. I think with the Evo Barbs, it's going to be nice for us to get him to just go and spam into us. I'm going to Princess other side so we don't take any bit of Mega Minion damage, and I want him to Fireball badly right now. But I'm not going to get it unless I go Barbarians. I could go Barbarians near my Princess, but that would be pretty foolish. I'm going to go for Goblin Gang to force out extra elixir. You want to keep everyone's elixir low with these type of situations with our deck, because our deck is very good at low elixir games. With efficient cards like Minion Horde, Goblin Gang, and Barbarians, it's great. But if they have elixir for their spells, then it's going to be potential problems, as you guys can see. He just fireballed me. I think that it's going to be in my best interest to just try to take 2 towers here. I don't necessarily know if this is going to work out, but we're going to Goblin Gang in the right-hand side, and he won't have elixir to defend that. So that will be tower, right? Oh, he's just going to zap. Never mind. I guess he was able to stop it, surprisingly. So we're going to go Wall Breakers here, and those will get countered by a Little Prince or a Tombstone. And then, oh, never mind. Nothing. He spent his entire elixir bar and didn't stop 2 elixir Wall Breakers. Seems about right. You know, when I play against Wall Breakers, that's what happens to me. Never happens to my opponent, but this is the one rare case scenario. How much elixir did he spend to get nothing? That's crazy. Anyway, we're going to go Barbarians here, and we're going to force out a Fireball most likely, and then we can go for Minion Horde directly on top of the Lava Hound so we can melt it fast. Keeping our Princess alive is a priority. He doesn't have Zap and he doesn't have Fireball, so there's no way for him to finish off any of those cards. Also, because he doesn't have those in cycle, we can go for a Goblin Barrel, go Goblin Gang, and then go Wall Breakers, and embrace our full skill, guys. Full send for full skill. That's what I'm talking about. 2 princesses on the map too? That's ridiculous value. And it's not even stopping anytime soon. He has to go in for a Lava Hound because he's looking at this and he's like, well, my little princes are dead. And he just keeps like spamming. We just keep spamming. Evo Bar blocks on the tower. He's dead. There's nothing he can do to stop that. GG. He's zapping, but we're clapping. And eventually we're going to get one more minor shot and we will win this game. Kind of a ridiculous match if you ask me. My card stayed alive forever. My spam was relentless. And this guy was never able to go for a successful Lava Hound Balloon push as soon as he took a tower. He set up 1 push during the match, and that's when he got his value. But if you constantly keep up the pressure, even against people that are good at the game, it might look grim for a second if they take a tower, but they won't get that chance very often. They have to be incredibly calculative when they set up their pushes, because if they don't, they'll get pushed out of the game instantly. Your barrage of bait spam does not give many openings. And now we've spammed our way up to 1,200 in the world. So Complicated is ranked 40 in the world. And his clan is Hold This L. Wow, dude. I'm actually intimidated by your rank, and I don't want to be playing against someone this good. Anyway, we are going to go for a Goblin Gang here. He's going to log me. You know what? We might be able to finesse you a bit. If I go Goblin Barrel first, and then I go in for the Miner should still tank for the Goblins. So always drop your Goblin Barrel before you drop the Miner. You're going to maximize your value that way. And look at the damage we got. Yo, let's freaking go. He's wondering how that happened, maybe? I don't know. Let's Princess and activate King Tower against the Firecracker. I think that's a vibe. I think it's worth doing and just saving the rest of our cards. It doesn't necessarily matter if we eat any damage from the Firecracker on the right. Cool thing about this is we have Minion Horde, and the guy is likely not going to be anticipating the Minion Horde plus Barbarians. Gonna split our wall breakers. We're gonna go for barbarians here. I could have logged skeletons, but I didn't want to finesse it like that. I want to keep my elixir since I have counter pushing barbarians right now. I want to get something out of them. He doesn't have log and cycle, so let's go for a goblin barrel and a goblin gang. This pressure might amount to some nice damage. So much cleaner than dropping a log on top of skeletons prediction because it's not even guaranteed. That was way better for us. Also, we can log in the firecracker to finish it off right now. And we can go for minor wall breakers, but I don't want to do that. Let's go for minion horde. Maybe he's going to pre-log or pre-bar barrel or something. The good thing about this is he's looking at the minion horde. He's like, why does this idiot have Evo barbs and minion horde? And by the time he figures out the deck, he's already taken a lot of damage. Wait, the minions are running away from the firecracker. I think they're smart. No, these minions are the highest IQ minions I've ever seen in my life. Or maybe the firecracker is just ridiculously stupid. I don't know. You guys let me know. We're in a princess here, and then we can finish that off with only like a little bit. No, please don't hit my princess. Oh, princess. Princess, why'd you have to die? All right, I don't know why I turned into Mario, but I did. Is he going to log on top of the wall breakers and Ice Spirit? Yeah, he's got to. He's literally got to drop a lot of elixir. He's going to have to go Evo Barbs, counter with Firecrackers. So when he goes in for a Hog Rider, we're going to have Barbarians right at the river. That's going to be our best play. At least I think so. Goblins are locking on the tower, so yeah, he's going to Firecracker, so when Evo Barbs right at the river. And what that does is it full counters the Hog Rider, and the Evo Barbs are in the face of the Firecracker, and they don't get splashed onto. Because if they stay back, then you're just going to get annihilated. So I'm glad I was able to show that Evo Barbs placement, because a lot of people don't know that, and that will cause you to win more games. All right, so since we don't have a champion, I think we have to do this. We can go Goblin Gang, we can go Wall Breakers, because you're going to Firecracker me, and I don't want that to happen. And it's going to hurt my feelings. All right, we're going to Miner, and we're going to try to log. Ooh. Wow, he played that so much better than I thought he would. I mean, he is a top player, so I don't know what I was expecting. All right, we're going to try to go in for Barbarians again. Drop him here, go Princess. We need to start getting damage with Miner Cycle because nothing else is going to do enough. Go Goblin Gang here and then go in for Minor Wall Breakers. Try to drop our Miner in the back so the Wall Breakers get a little more breathing room in the front. Gonna go Tesla. The Spear Goblin's on the tower. Oh, that little Spear Goblin that could. No way. I didn't think the Spear Goblin would win us the game. Oh, the Princess will. The Princess will. Princess got it locked and loaded, baby. Let's go. We just beat a rank 40 player in the world. Light work. Princess lightning through with the value. And then I guess the Miner is going to go and dig the opponent's grave. Very good player. And if you guys didn't know, that Evo Barbs placement was the secret to success. And at the end, Complicated was flexing the most rare emote in the game. Flexing his skill and proving how much of an achievement it is to beat him. And that lands us at 1,100 in the world. Hey, Midnight, you finished top 200 in the world. And he's in the top 50 clans, so I guess that's where he's trying to push right now. All right, we're gonna push his limits with the Goblin Gang and see what his defense is gonna be. I would love to see a Barb Barrel, a Goblin Barrel counter with like a log. Oh, come on, you got delivery? That's not really a card that we like. Fortunately for us, ooh, wait, delivery and poison are both out of cycle. I don't think he's ready. There's no universe where you're properly prepared for a skill horde when two of your best answers are out of cycle. He is traumatized right now. There's no universe where he is having a good game. He looks at this and is in utter shock and horror. And that is the power of Minion Horde with this deck. The capability of crushing some of the best players in the world with one push. This was him done in 50 seconds. Like, this is crazy. I've never finished off someone this good so fast. 90% of the time, the match will just take like, you know, at least a minute. But this guy died in seconds. So for the rest of the match, this top ladder player was frantically flailing and failing, tossing miners whenever he could and poisons, but it was never enough. Even one of the best players in the world that finished top 200 in Clash Royale got deleted by this no skill spam strategy before he even knew what happened. When you cycle your spells incorrectly against this deck, it spells your doom. It only takes small mistakes to give this deck easy tower takes. Hey, this guy's gonna have 3 Musketeers, Expo, and Clone in the banner. Well, we know that you're not playing that card combination because you can't clone up Expos. Thankfully, I'm so happy Clash Royale hasn't, you know, elevated Clone to be able to do that. Maybe the evolved Clone will let you clone up units to become real. Nah, let's scratch that. That should never happen. If that happens, it ruins the game completely. But maybe Clash Royale won't know any better. You never know. They did introduce Monk and Phoenix at the state that they were at. Remember? That was tragic. Y'all let me know down below in the comment section, what was the scariest thing that Clash Royale has ever done with balance changes? For me, Monk and Phoenix, I don't necessarily know what beats that. Those cards were unkillable. The Phoenix respawned on the opponent's side of the map, always. Anyway, we're going to go in for wall breakers in the right because we know that the princess is going to force out some extra elixir. Please. Yo, that princess is so clean because it's allowing us to get extra damage because everything's working on both sides. Okay, we have to go for really low barbarians because he's going to click the ability. It was just obvious, so I didn't want to mess with that too much. He might log this goblin gang, so I'm slightly scared. We're okay, though. Possibly. Maybe. Who knows? Yeah, little prince has to walk up, so it's going to reset its attack, so we don't have to worry. It's only when we get one shot. He did log as well, so strategy here is go for goblin barrel, then going for the miner. The miner arrives right on time to tank for everything. And wow, he's going to drop a lot of elixir right into our princess. Ripe for the taking. So I think it's ideal for us to go and split wall breakers again. We're probably going to force out the little prince, and the little prince does not full counter both wall breakers, only one of them. Who's going to go for a mortar? Dang. Okay. Well, that's fine for me. I'm glad that the mortar... not really fine, because it kills the princess. That's smart. So he's running mortar with hog rider, so it's probably going to be a hog rider earthquake deck. That's what I would expect. 90% of the time when we see the mortar, it is paired with an EQ. He's going to get ready to shake things up if he goes in for a hog rider on that right side. He doesn't want to log, so he goes in for a delivery, but he's taking so much damage. Wait, he doesn't have delivery, and he doesn't have little prince in cycle. How's he going to defend this? What are you going to do when the minion horde comes on through, bruh? Oh, he's going to go minions of his own. All right. I see you. He doesn't have that much elixir, though, and he still has to defend against the minions, so he's just going to lose all the stuff. Please? Maybe? Go wall breakers here, pull back his goblin, and then try to get some damage. That locks into my tower. It's not that big of a deal. We can go for princess, we can go goblin barrel, and we can go for a miner. We're dropping 1,000,000 elixir out here, guys. Hopefully it works. Yo, he's going little prince, but that's not going to give him his value that he wants. All right, that's cool. We take those. Go split barbarians, because that's going to soak up the mortar shot. We can go wall breakers. And then we can maybe get away with the minion horde here. I just want to kill that annoying mortar. I simple needs in life. All right, so minion horde is good. We can go for goblin gang in the right, and then we can go in for a minor counter push on either side. I think minoring on the right would have been smarter, but it is what it is. He probably won't eat the entire goblin gang, right? If he does, he's crazy. Go wall breakers. Try to be able to finish off the mortar. Maybe. Hopefully. We do have Evo Barb, so it's not like he's going to be able to break through the hog rider right now. Let's go for a goblin barrel in front. Let's go. He's going to log on the princess and the other stuff. Oh, he doesn't. Princess is still alive. Princess is somehow still alive. She's out here. She's a menace. She's a menace on the move. And she's got her sister too. No way. All right, let's go wall breakers to pull back the recruit, and then let's log. I would love to be able to keep this princess alive. I don't think it's going to happen as much as we want it to. All right, this is kind of sketchy. Let's go goblin barrel in front. Maybe he's going to miss it with a delivery or a log. Yeah, he goes in for a delivery anyway. I didn't think the mortar would shoot there. It didn't matter, guys, okay? We're fine. It's calculated. All right, so the mortar is not going to be able to shoot our barbarians immediately. I think it might still if it does. All right, let's go for wall breakers here. We want to be able to break through this mortar so badly right now. I'm going to try to keep my princess alive, dropping a goblin gang in the middle. We have one stabby stab spear goblin on the left, and that might lock onto the tower. It was so darn close. We're going to log, and I can't spend... I have to drop barbarians here. It's awful. It's awful, my dudes. All right, we're going to go wall breakers. We're going to go inside miner, so maybe it can distract the mortar. And he's going to go in for a hog rider. All right, log was bad on his end. What if we do this? What if we just do this? And then wall breakers to stop his stuff, and then go for Evo Barbs, and just constantly spam miners on the tower. I think that's the only way that we win. Okay. Not happening. We got to go in for another miner. With 12 seconds remaining, maybe we can win this. There's still a shot, guys. The goblin barrel is coming through. It's not going to do enough. Why does the man have lightning? No, I think I lose. Please, one more shiny shovel. Please, yes. We did it. We won. I said, please, one more miner's shovel in the meekest voice ever. And the Clash Trail just knew my desperation and it's like, okay, he sounds really pathetic right now. Let's just hand him the win. The fact that we slaughtered another double spell warrior with Royal Delivery and Log makes me happy and surprised. Because this guy had a faster cycle with Hog Rider, so he could spam as many small spells as he wants. And the lightning at the end was a shocking surprise that almost handed him the W. But the lightning fast miner shovel shot clutched up. If you enjoyed today's log bait video, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and have an amazing rest of your day.